Hey, mamas. Hello, hello. We are talking sports versus studying today because I want to know, is it more important for your teens to learn how to study, or is it more important for your teens to be able to play that sport really, really well? I am the CEO and founder of Ace Cookie Tutoring. I'm a study skills tutor, and so I'm coming at you with the perspective of why teens need to know how to learn, because study skills and learning are very, very closely related. They're not the same, but they matter no matter if your child's sitting in the classroom or if your child's out on the field. Okay, we have to teach your teens how to learn. And when I say that, I'm not talking just how to do that math problem. All right, we're talking learning in general. So I want to know, what do you think is more important? Is it more important for your child to know how to learn? Is it more important for your child to excel at some kind of physical activity, some kind of sport, some kind of something that isn't technically learning like in a classroom? Let me know down below. And if you're not a member of my Facebook group, there's a link in the description for you to join us after the video. Now, I have a very strong opinion about studying versus sports. I will tell you, it's not that I'm anti-sport. Okay, I played softball in high school. I played softball like on the rec team in middle school when I was younger. So I still like sports. But what I do not like is when parents and students choose the sports over their classroom education. Okay, I want parents, I want every single teen I work with to understand just how important it is that they know how to learn. Okay, without study skills, there is no learning. Okay, studying is the process of learning. So that means if your child wants to do that new routine, on the dance floor, your child wants to learn this new play that the football coach wants them to do, it is the exact same skills for your child to figure out how to do that science experiment or to write that paper for English. It's the same exact sets of skills that ties back into your teen's ability to learn. Okay, so your child needs to know how to learn in order to learn anything, which means if your child doesn't know how to study, doesn't have the 12 study skills I teach in my Love to Learn program, that every learning opportunity is going to be harder for your child than it needs to be. Now, I just did a really quick search too on high school athletes and whether they'll be athletes in college, whether they'll be athletes from high school to pro. And I got to tell you, those numbers, they aren't pretty. Okay, so if you haven't looked for yourself and your child hasn't looked, then it can definitely be eye opening. So before I share those, before we talk a little bit more about the connection between learning and sports, I want to say thanks for being here. Thanks for watching live on Facebook. Thanks for watching on YouTube. I'm Jessyka Coulter, the CEO and founder of Ace Cookie Tutoring. So if you haven't followed or subscribed to the Ace Cookie Tutoring channel or page, would love to have you, because there are more videos coming your way all about school, all about learning, and really helping your teens know how to study. So these numbers I promised. All right. So 1 in 13 high school students will play at the college level at any kind. 1 in 57 will play Division 1. And 1 in almost 2,000, depending on the sport, of high school athletes will play pro. Okay, now that's just one website, really quick search. So are those numbers hard and fast true? I assume it depends on the source, but that just lets you know, okay, maybe it's kind of likely your child will play some kind of level of college sports, which is amazing for scholarships, but maybe 1 in 2,000 get to play pro. That's not very likely. I mean, is it impossible? No. But what's way more likely is for your child to learn how to learn and get really, really good at that sport, because he or she knows, okay, I need the coach to write it out on the board for me and let me visually see what I'm supposed to do, or I need to read the rule book myself. Or your child learns, okay, I need to be up and moving, very active. Okay, I don't want to sit here and talk forever. I don't want to have my teammates tell me what to do. I just want to get out there and run and do the actions. Okay. Whereas you get other kiddos that they need they need the coach, their teammates to tell them exactly, okay, do this, didn't do that. Okay, that's very different than someone saying, here, let me read the rule book. Okay, so those are the 3 learning styles: visual, auditory, kinesthetic. They matter to your child on every single sports team, but they also matter when your child's sitting in that classroom and when your child's sitting at home studying for himself or herself. Okay, now I would also tell you that I hear from a lot of parents, maybe this is something that you think of, or maybe your child has said himself or herself, is that sports provide motivation. And I can agree that sports can be motivational, 100%. But the question is, what's really the motivation? Is it that your child is going to get something he wants for doing something he needs to do? Or is it the being up and moving that makes sports seem easier and more fun for your child? Okay. Because I got to tell you, it drives me a little crazy when parents tell me, oh no, we can't make a lesson tonight because of practice. Or, oh, I'm not sure that, learning how to study right now is important because it's tournament season. I got to tell you, your child will always need to know how to learn, no matter if you've got a middle school, high school, college student, knowing how to learn and all the 12 study skills like note-taking, organization, time management, just to name a couple. Those are important for every single adult as well. So your child may play sports for 2 years. Your child may play sports for 10 years, maybe longer. It just depends on what's going to have the longer, bigger, more important benefits. Your child really knowing how to learn anything, anyway, anywhere, or your child really going, okay, I can do this sport really well for a year or two, but I haven't really practiced these other skills that would have made me better at the sport and helped me in every class, everything I wanted to learn that wasn't related to that sport as well. So, tutor's perspective here, I'm not anti-sport, but I would always encourage you mamas to put your child's academics before the sports, because there are a lot of connections. You can make a lot of homework, a lot of studying related to sports. Like, there's no reason your child can't write a paper about that professional basketball player, can't be outside and bouncing a volleyball and practicing her spelling words like one of my current students. But your child can't ignore the homework or the learning for the class for the sake of the sport. It just doesn't help your child in the long run. I mean, remember the statistics I shared, they weren't great. Okay. And that's just one website, one really quick search. Okay. But your child knowing how he learns today, that's going to make every single thing that he has to learn and wants to learn going forward for life 100 times easier. So thank you so much for being here. If you're not a member of my group, join us at that link. My group's called Teaching Teens to Love Learning. I have all sorts of amazing resources waiting for you to help your teen love to learn through study skills. Because remember, these study skills, they come in play on the field, on the court, and the rink just as much as they do every single class your child is ever going to take, every single learning opportunity, from the classroom to the office at home, to the kitchen table when the homework happens, to that boardroom someday. Have a good night, mamas. See you in the next video.